The Elder Scrolls Online is sometimes considered an afterthought in people's minds when talking about major players in the MMO space. They quietly add more and more updates to this game where and when you would least expect it. Bethesda was kind enough to pay for my travel to Amsterdam so I could participate in the introduction of ESO's 10-year anniversary, which is kicking off a 15-month campaign across the world. At this event, I got to really take a deep dive into some of the new content that you guys can expect in the coming year, mainly Gold Road. And I'm excited to share some of that with you guys, as well as mixing in a bit of a vlog, as I had never been to Amsterdam before, and this was the trip of a lifetime, in more ways than one. So first off, I would just like to mention what an absolute honor it was to be considered as an invitee to this event. My Elder Scrolls Online review was released on February 8th of this year, and really I had only started playing the game a few weeks prior to that. As with all of my reviews, I try to be charitable and understanding, but also critical and fair where required. My channel is focused on giving new players who are looking to start a new game a fair and honest review so that they can know what to expect. So, when developers can see the value in that and offer me an opportunity like this, it is once again such an honor. But let's jump into a bit of Gold Road, find out what you can expect from this next major installment, which is bringing more than 30 hours of new story content that will take players back to some familiar locations from the Elder Scrolls IV, Oblivion. Mainly in the form of the new zone, Westweald. Westweald will feature everything you can expect from a full Elder Scrolls zone, from challenges, rewards, and stories, new delves, public dungeons, and world bosses. There's also going to be new world events known as Mirrormore Incursions, and of course plenty of new rewards in terms of collectibles, item sets, antiquities, etc. Westweald is broken up into a few different regions. There is Gold Road, a temperate environment similar to the Gold Coast. There's Dawnwood, home to the encroaching jungles of the nearby Valenwood. Also Wildburn, comprised of sickened, magically twisted land. And finally, the Colovian Highlands, a mountainous region featuring classic Colovian architecture and ruins. Within Westweald, you're also going to find a new 12-player trial known as the Lucent Citadel. You can expect a challenging new set of monsters and bosses to face off against in a long-forgotten Daedric Vault. As someone who actually got to get hands-on and play in some of the new zone and take a look at some of the new areas, it's absolutely stunning. The color contrast and different overall ambience that you can find spread throughout Westweald is actually really immersive, and I can't wait to play more. Now, onto the system being added to ESO, scribing. This is going to be an actual game changer. Players are going to be able to manipulate the nature of magic itself by collecting and customizing special skills to further tailor their builds. Scribing introduces grimoires, which are new types of skills for existing skill lines that allow you to customize them way beyond their basic functions. You're going to not only be able to change how an ability functions, but also how they look. You'll be introduced to scribing via the Gold Road chapter through a new scribing questline, which will introduce you to new characters and storylines as well. So with all that being said, you can hop in and play the new prologue quest content for the Gold Road chapter, which is in-game right now. The actual chapter will be releasing in June, however there's also an in-game event celebrating ESO's 10-year anniversary called the Anniversary Jubilee, and that's going to be running until April 23rd. I am genuinely so happy that I started playing ESO when I did, because I don't know if there's ever really been a better time to get into the game. Obviously, due to one of ESO's biggest updates of all time, 1 Tamriel, this allows you to play through this content on release without needing you to catch up or to be max level. When Gold Road releases, you'll be able to jump into the game even as a brand new player and still enjoy this new content. Now, let's talk about the actual event in Amsterdam, starting the 10th anniversary celebration. The amount of effort and planning and community organization that's been put into this massive undertaking is incredible. And I'm so grateful that I got to participate in kicking the event off in Amsterdam before we see in-person appearances in Sweden, Germany, Japan, China, Australia, and finally ending in 2025 in North America with a live global reveal. The event was hosted at an amazing venue known as the Sugar Factory in Amsterdam, which was literally, from 1862 to 1992, an actual sugar factory. The event featured a main stage where we got to see many prominent figures and developers who work with and on ESO speak about the upcoming chapters and plans for ESO's future. There was delicious food and drink throughout the event, replicating in-game food that you can actually make. The Whiterun Chicken was a personal favorite of mine, as well as tons of activities from claw machines, live medieval fighting, and even potion making. Unfortunately, we were not allowed to actually drink the potion, but it looked pretty tasty. And finally, to really top things off, I got to hang out with one of my old friends, Shovelrick RS, who showed me and my girlfriend around Amsterdam and took this lovely photograph of one of the most important moments of my life. I would also like to take this moment and say a thank you to everyone who watches my videos. Around November of last year, I had a massive change in the direction of my channel as I switched from RuneScape content to general MMO content. That's a very risky and difficult thing to do on YouTube, and I fully expected my channel to take a hit and perhaps even die. But really what's happened since then has been beyond my wildest dreams, and I can't thank all of you enough for just watching, commenting, even if you disagree. I appreciate you all for allowing me to continue doing what I love, which is playing MMOs, and to receive opportunities like this. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. We will now return to your regularly scheduled content. I have a really awesome video coming out sometime next week. Don't forget a like, a comment, a subscription. Those things help a bunch. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Later.